So what I did was I counted each row to understand how many squares there were. Then I counted them out and built that into a spreadsheet so I can see it. And then I superimposed an image on top of it so I can see how I can build this in.
Oh my God, you're so smart. Your brain works so differently from mine.
This is a snippet from Sophie. I've been trying to master her handwriting. It's not working out, but I'm trying
I love that
so
you've
hard.
been doing that.
I've been
It's
trying
so cute.
so hard to
You're
do
so
it.
cute. Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are doing 2026 Mid-Year Techo Kaigis Part 2. If you caught Part 1, that was with Nico, me, Evelyn, and Sophia, and I'm really glad you're here for Part 2. If you don't know about our Techo Kaigi series, it's a series where we invite our whole team to come and participate and show everybody kind of the planners or notebooks that they've been using throughout the year. So we usually do 2 Techo Kaigis. One is at the end of the year, and we ask our whole team, what planners or notebooks will you be going into the following year with? And then we do a mid-year update where we check in with some of those same team members, some new team members, whoever wants to join, and we ask how the middle of the year update has been going. Have things changed for them? What are they envisioning they'll change for their system next year? And so on. I love doing this. It's our 5th or 6th year doing this, and if you enjoyed these types of videos, I would highly recommend that you check out some of our previous videos because they are always packed full of inspiration. So today I have Cammi here with me. Hi, Cammi.
Hi, Daisy.
Hi. I'm really excited because Cammi has, I work with Cammi a lot, and many of you may remember her from the end of year that we did in 2025, where we showed which planners and notebooks Cammi has been using and which she'll be going into the new year with. So Cammi has been working here on Team Yoseka for maybe like 6 months now.
Yeah, like 6 months.
Yeah, and she does a lot of videos for us, and she herself uses a lot of planners, notebooks. She reads a lot, right?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to get into this with you.
Me too, me
Yay. Okay, so what have you been using this year, Cammi, and for what?
Well, thank you so much for asking. This is my stack. So my traveler's passport is for planning every day. This goes with me everywhere. It's my pride and joy.
Okay.
This MD notebook is for book journaling. And this MD notebook is for junk journaling, everyday thoughts, feelings, kind of like it doesn't leave my desk typically. This is like my desk journal.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So which of those comes with you now that you mentioned like that one doesn't leave your desk?
This one is accompanying me everywhere. One time I left it at one of my jobs for one day, and I felt like part of me was missing. I was like really stressed out about her.
I would be too.
Yeah, it'd be like if you left your Hobonichi somewhere.
Oh
Like,
my
that's
God.
how I felt.
Oh my God, not my Hobonichi, my therapist, my assistant, my
No, literally.
everything.
Yeah, she's my
brain?
assistant. She's my assistant.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so do you want to show us a little bit inside each one? Do you want to start with this one?
Sure, yeah.
Your assistant?
So this is my assistant.
Okay.
I'm sure if you watch Yoseka videos, you've seen her before because she has been featured a bit in some of the videos. But
yes, we all know Cammi as the traveler's notebook user. I mean, one of, but I think, yeah, I always think of, when I think of like, what does Cammi use? I think of traveler's notebook immediately.
Yeah, because I have a big one too that I was using last year, but
Right.
I retired her for now because I'm using my passports. But so in the beginning, we have my kind of clear insert. I have some stickers. I have a Sudoku page. I have more stickers.
Is that a refreshed Sudoku page?
It's the same one.
It's the same one, so you haven't been doing your Sudoku?
Okay, to be fair, it's a difficult one. Listen, difficult.
Oh, you've been working on it.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my
it
gosh. Okay. I wasn't sure if it's like you're doing it every time you're on the
Daisy,
train or
you're
something.
exposing me.
No, I'm sorry.
I haven't been very consistent with my Sudoku.
That's okay. You do a lot of reading and stuff too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a reader on the train, so yeah.
Okay, okay, moving on.
Moving
Sorry,
on, it's
sorry.
okay. I have my Oh Mercy Punch card, which is a coffee shop near Yoseka that I go to basically every time I come here because I love it so much.
You guys all love it.
Yes. So this is my agenda. Basically, if any plans happen, they go in here. So for an example, the green is work, the pink is social, and the beige is school.
Okay.
So yes, it's kind of crazy, but this will be divided day by day into this insert. So this is a dotted insert that I basically made into a time.
That's so cool. I love how you decorated that.
Yeah, I like to decorate the covers.
No, but I would never think to like use that printout.
Yeah.
It's just like a greeny, but you make it look so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to decorate the covers just, for fun. But for example, this is actually today. I work 10 to 3, and then I have a birthday dinner after. So it looks kind of crazy in here, but then it's really laid out day by day in here. So this is actually something that I really wanted in a planner, but I didn't want to buy a whole new planner. So I have just been making them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take that long. It's pretty easy, so.
I remember you saying that you really wished that Travelers made the weekly vertical refill in the passport size, which they don't. And I think I was like sitting with you or talking with you when you were like, wait a minute, I'll just make one for myself. Like, I don't need them to make one. I could just make one myself, and you did it.
Yeah, because I love this system so much. I didn't want to desert it completely just because I wanted this one thing to change. So, but if anyone from Travelers is watching, I would love a timetable passport insert.
I'm sure they've thought about it.
Yeah, maybe there's just like not enough space because it's pretty small.
Yeah.
You can steal my layout. I won't be mad.
Okay, so this is something you do how frequently? Like once a month?
Once a month. Well, yeah, like once a month.
Okay.
So basically, I found out that one insert fits 2 months. So I have,
okay.
I have June and
That's a hot
July
tip. Okay.
in here.
All
Yeah,
right.
it like perfectly fits. I haven't done July yet.
Okay.
I usually just do it like in the beginning of the month. I'll draw the layouts.
Yeah. This is what's crazy to me. Like people who do bullet journaling and like stuff like this, like that means you counted the pages or like you did the math. Like
I didn't actually even do the math.
Oh,
I just
so how
kind
would
of, I just figured it out like while I was doing it.
oh, like you finished one already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I realized that 1 month is exactly half. So I was like, oh, so then the second month will be half too.
I see.
So this is my second insert of doing this. I also did April and May one.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but you know, people do that kind of stuff. Like when they make the monthly, they have to make it perfect. Like each grid is the same. So they count the dots on the page and they do the math, and I can't.
I actually used to bullet journal in college, and I was counting them dots.
You did that. Yeah, I think I would go crazy. Like if it was like one off one time, I'd be like, what?
I know.
Like
and then you have
twitching.
to redo the whole thing. It's kind of a mess.
Oh no.
Yeah, I would do like practice pages in like old journals to make sure. It's just,
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So that's your planner inserts. And then I see you have like one more in there.
I actually have two. So this is July through December. So this one is January through June, and this is July through December. And I just added this in here because recently I've been starting to plan stuff for July, if you can even believe it.
I can believe it. It's not that far off.
I mean, I guess it's not that far off, but yeah, some of my friends are like, I can't believe that you're already like booked this weekend in July. And I'm like, I'm a busy girl.
Yeah. So you got all your planner stuff going on in here.
Yes, all my planner stuff. And then this one is just a sticker release.
This is so cute too. I love how you decorate your covers.
Yeah, well, this is actually, so I used to be part of this collective called Group Hug Mag, and they would send monthly newsletters out. And this is a bunch of stills from my friend Kiana's video that she made.
Oh, okay.
And so they sent it out. And and this is from like a mail club that I'm part of called From Fiona. And she'll send out a sticker sheet every month. So yeah,
look
these
how
are
cute.
just,
It's like a little stamp.
I know.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's very pleasing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have one more refill in here. What's that?
Yes, this is just my sticker release.
Okay.
This is the newest one. So I've got this is my favorite sticker.
From Nico.
Yeah, Nico gave this one to me. I love it.
Oh.
But yeah, I have some like Yoshitomo.
You were really feeling bad about taking that one. It took her like 20 minutes to convince you to take it.
I was feeling guilty. Because
Now
I
it's
was
your
like,
favorite.
This is the cutest one.
It's really cute.
It is. When I eventually put it on something that's not this sticker book, it's gonna be really exciting for me.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I just have like stickers and some extra charms in here. But yeah, that's the
so
Travelers.
cute. And she goes with you everywhere. And she's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out the Travelers event that we had here because that was so much fun and I got to decorate my girl even more. So.
You should dress up as your Traveler's Notebook for Halloween by putting like a lace bow in your hair.
Wait, that would be
like,
so cute. That would be so cute and so niche. Like, nobody would like get that, but that's okay.
Wait, for here, for you.
For here, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so next up we have my reading journal, which looks like this. It's the Midori A6, and this is a postcard my friend Kiana actually made. She's mentioned kind of a lot in this video.
I know. She's really she's done a lot in your notebooks.
She's very creative.
She's like, what does she do?
Well, she's an art director, but she has a lot of side hustles. She's kind of the busiest girl I know.
Okay.
Busier than me, even.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, she's like making stickers, making zines, making postcards.
Yeah, she does a lot. But okay, so I actually used about half of this in 2025. But I decided to just keep using it in 2026.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this is a list of like all the books that you've read this year so far.
Yeah, as you can see, lots of good ones, a couple duds, but nothing too crazy. I'm definitely not reading as much as I normally do this year just because of school.
You're not?
No, because of, well, I like to average about like 3 to 4 books a month, and I'm starting to average like 2 to 3 books a month.
Okay. What does this mean?
Month.
Oh, month 6.
And then this is
I
the
see.
reading. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like last month I only read 2 books, which is really low for me.
I see. Well, you had a lot going on. Yeah.
I had a lot going on, and also I've been reading on the train, and sometimes when I'm reading on the train I just fall asleep.
I know, that happens to me too.
And then I'll miss my stop.
Yeah.
It's actually happened like twice this year.
Twice is not bad.
That's not bad.
Twice is not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, honestly. Do you do more than just list this out? Is there more?
Yeah, so I
okay.
will write down quotes. I like started a book and then kind of stopped, but yeah, I'll write down quotes. I'll write down like a mini review if I feel really strongly about it. For example, like The Easter Parade is one of the best books I read this year. It's super good, really depressing, very bleak. But I had a lot of thoughts about it after, so wrote about that. James Baldwin, also really, really good.
This
really
is actually not a lot of quotes for each book, I feel like.
Yeah, I only pick like
the really good ones.
the really good ones or ones that I specifically feel connected to.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really have anything to do with the themes or anything very academic. It's mostly just how I feel in my heart.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Do you also, so like, I was talking to Nico and she does a similar thing because she said she like has a Goodreads where she'll like post on, but then she'll save like some of her real thoughts for herself.
Totally.
Same thing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't ever want to trash someone's book online. I feel very strongly about that just because I know it takes a lot of guts to write a book. Just because I didn't like it doesn't mean somebody else won't.
Yeah.
But these are like the real thoughts.
Okay.
You know? Like I'm ruthless in here.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but also I like to write more extended stuff for like my Substack or my TikTok just to remember because sometimes, you know, a month is long and I'll forget how I initially felt about a book. So
Okay.
Yeah. And then like before I was doing like movie reviews too in this notebook, which I kind of want to go back to. Yeah, this is literally a whole movie review that I just kept writing about. But yeah, I don't know. I used to use this for like a lot of different things, but now it's just mostly become like book specific.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And then next we have one more book on your stack. This was your MD A5 notebook.
Yeah, it's my MD A5 notebook that I use.
Did you tie-dye this?
That was an accident.
Oh, I kind of love it. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I use this like every single day. I will write all of my thoughts and my hopes and fears and dreams and secrets, and everything goes in here.
Okay.
And also a little bit of junk journaling. So yes, this doesn't really leave my desk. It's very much like a home notebook. Yeah.
Okay. You want to show us
Sure.
a page or two? What
Yeah,
you're comfortable with?
This is like my opening page. So yes, that's what
So
it looks like. A little
cute.
pic of me.
I love it.
Yeah, and so here's like another page. So there's a lot of writing, but there's also a lot of pictures and stickers. This is like one of my favorite illustrators, Dodo Lulu, and I bought her calendar sticker roll.
Yeah.
And so every day has a sticker, which is really nice.
I remember you said you did that, and they're so cute.
Yeah, they're really cute. I have no regrets. I love her, and I feel very happy looking at it. Here's another spread.
Onigiri Noah. That's right here.
I know. I got the pork floss onigiri is so good.
Is it?
It's so good. It's so good. I love
Okay.
it. Yeah. And then this is my friend's lunar like calendar. She has a rip-off calendar. And so I asked if I could have one of the pages. And I put that in there.
Cute.
Yeah, little stamps. Yeah, just kind of like all of my thoughts, and just sometimes I'll write about my day. Sometimes I'll even write about like the book I'm reading in here. I'll write about, yeah, I don't know, my worries, my anxieties. Sometimes I read back on it and I'm like, dang, I am dramatic. I am like a dramatic girl. I'm like,
How often are you reading back?
not very often. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel a little bit too embarrassed when I read back because I don't know.
I mean, it's okay. Yeah, I feel like there's two boats. People who like to read back, and then people who don't, you know, and it's fine either way, because I
Yeah.
feel like if you don't, it's just you're writing just to get things out, and yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, if I read it back in like 10 to 15 years,
Yeah.
it won't be so embarrassing, and I'll feel more kindly towards who I am now versus, you know, if I read back from last month,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you're an idiot. I'm not like an idiot, but I'm less not even less kind, but just I'm less forgiving or something. I don't
Yeah,
know, but
I get that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll also be nice for like my kids to read, maybe if they want to, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, lovely. When are you usually writing these pages?
Kind of any time I have free time.
Yeah.
I have started to write them in the morning, which has been really nice, especially because I think that I have a habit of going on my phone in the morning, so I'm trying to replace it with this.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll do it at night. I really try to journal every day, but sometimes I'll miss a day and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is not dated, and it's the blank.
Yeah, I know. I know. A lot of people don't like blank, but I think it's really freeing to have nothing. I'm also pretty, not to brag, but I'm also pretty good at writing in a straight line, which many people have said is a struggle for them. So
Yeah, no, you do strike me as somebody who's not afraid of a blank page. And yeah, I love that. I mean, I love how like different each page looks, and the freedom of the blank page obviously suits you well.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now that you've shown us your 3 notebook planners that you've been using for so far in 2026, has this changed since the beginning of the year? I feel like it hasn't.
It hasn't.
You're pretty consistent.
Yeah, I'm very consistent. I don't know if it'll change, honestly, throughout the year. Once I'm done with this, which it's you know, it's getting there. Actually, I think this could maybe even last me through most of this year. But when I run out, I'll kind of reassess what I want to do, just because I don't know if I want a whole nother notebook.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year, I might dip back into my regular travelers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be fun.
I miss it. I was looking at it the other day, and I was trying to brainstorm ways I can incorporate it back into my journaling practice, because yeah, I still love it a lot, and I want to use it again.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I mean, that thing's gonna be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Cammi, for
Yeah,
sharing
thank
how
you.
you've been using your 2026 planners and notebooks. I really do love to see you actually influenced me to like do a little bit of junk journaling, seeing the way you do it. I thought it was very doable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you've inspired me. I know you've inspired a lot of people to get a passport-sized traveler's notebook too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
all
an
right.
influencer.
You are an influencer. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And up next, we have Mel. Thanks, Cammi.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful.
This is my favorite series that we do, so I'm always really happy to be doing these.
It's one of my favorites too. I actually really enjoy it because then I get to see what everybody does and I don't get to see everyone in the store all the time. So
Yeah.
this is a great opportunity.
Had you ever watched any of our Techo Kaigis?
Oh
prior to
my
joining
gosh,
the team?
yes,
Yeah? Okay.
absolutely. Like the reason why I have what I have is because I watched Techo
Oh,
Kaigis.
okay, yeah, they really are so inspiring for everyone on the team.
Oh yeah.
But also for people watching, as you can attest to.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you for doing this.
Of
I'm sure
course.
everybody's really excited to hear all about your planners and your notebooks. First off, just to introduce Mel a little bit, since I think this is your first YouTube video. Mel joined the team like 2-3 months ago, right? So fairly new, and she's in the storefront team. And she is. I feel like you have the perfect personality to be in the store.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I hope you've been enjoying it.
I have been having such a good time.
Okay,
it's
good.
a dream to work here.
I feel like you're probably making so many customers so happy too, because you're just so like happy. You have such good energy, and I know I always love seeing you when I come in the store.
Thank you. I get so enthusiastic because I love to be inspired by others. So I think it's really fun to hear what people are working on, and people are so willing to talk about like, oh, I'm thinking of this. Like somebody just came in like a minute ago and said, oh, I've never seen erasable highlighters before.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I make clothes and I usually use an erasable pen, but the highlighters are so much easier because when you iron them on.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a genius idea.
Yeah.
I never would have known. And
Yeah.
I love being able to know like a little bit of her world. So.
People really, the sewing community loves friction because
Absolutely.
of that. I like Friction Ink
Oh,
for
yeah.
that very reason.
Something I learned today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're learning things and people are learning things from you, obviously. So yeah, do you want to show everybody what planners and notebooks you've been using and for what?
Sounds good. All right, perfect. So alrighty. So here I have the 2 journal planners that I use the most. This one is the Traveler's Notebook Journal that I just got recently at our Travelers event. Yes, for the 20th anniversary. I love the charm because it's the door. I think it's so sweet.
Yeah.
And also it's got a dog and a cat on the front. I love animals, so it was just calling to me.
Oh my gosh.
So it was an absolute love at first sight. So I absolutely love it. So I use this for daily planning and for a little journaling, daily journaling. And then this, I use the Stology notebook, which I absolutely love because the paper is phenomenal. I love this as my junk journal. So,
okay.
Yeah, so we'll see a little bit more of that.
Okay, and I can really see like the vibe of the junk journal even on the cover, and then like the vibe of like the planner, like maybe like more reflective journal even here. So do you want to show us a little bit inside each one?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's do the Travelers first. This is my baby. I love this girl. She's my baby. So I even got these like cool little brass ends to kind of keep them.
It's very
they're
cool
really,
to keep the
really
edge.
Nice. Yeah, I like
Where'd you
them
get
to keep
them?
those. I got them online on Etsy, but I think they're really cute. I also
clever.
have little ends as well that I'm going to put on
corners?
as well. Yes, I have corners that are coming.
Okay.
Yeah. So first, my weekly planner. This is what actually made me fall in love with Travelers. So, I love my little.
How
I love
cute with the
dinosaurs.
little bubble stickers.
Oh yeah, I love my stickers,
Wow.
and it's been an inspiration to work here and to work with other people who are so creative because they encourage me to do that for sure.
Yes.
So here's just a little fun, again, I love stickers, I love sticking things in here, but for me, the weekly planner is my favorite thing. I love it.
Wow.
So I've just kind of given myself a way to just whatever theme comes to mind or whatever color scheme comes to mind, I'm super excited about it. And I get so excited to actually look at every week and see everything that I'm doing. So yeah, these are just some of the pages. I know, I love my little tracker. Yeah, I had other iterations of this to start, but as the weeks moved forward,
Oh my God.
I loved doing them. And just, again, they could also be a little bit of my junk journal as well. Like I got this from our journaling event one time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like a really cute way of, again, using all of my stickers, because I love stickers. And I'm not a very good artist on my own, so stickers are a really great way for me to kind of bring a little bit of like cool animal energy and a little excitement to the page.
Yeah,
which
totally.
I
I
love.
love putting a sticker on the page.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
absolutely. And I love that we have these little Yoseka bear stamps because now I use them for work. Now I use them for whenever I schedule work.
Oh, that's really cute.
So for example, like I'm working over here and all of my little bears are there. Yeah.
I love that. I love to see you colored in. I've
Really
never thought of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Again,
green
from one of my
apron.
customers, she was putting together a planner and I saw her coloring in the stamps and I was like, oh, that's a genius idea. So yeah, my weekly planner is my baby. I love it so much. I love being able to like color in all of the little tracking areas as well with my fountain pens. Since I can travel with it so much and I enjoy using it so much, I love to be able to use it to draw and give myself an opportunity to start learning how to draw so that maybe I don't spend so much money on stickers. But yeah, I love it. So this is just a great way for me to do my planning.
Wait, everybody's been having these fish stickers.
They are
Were they from something?
They're from a little. They come in their own little sticker book that you can find in like bookstores and stuff. I've also bought the birds. They also have snarky birds as well. The fish are really hilarious.
I keep seeing the fish as like a very popular. Like you guys, how many fish have we seen in this Techo Kaigi? Like very realistic, good illustrations of fish like this.
Maybe it's just the season.
Yeah.
It's the time for fish.
Yeah.
It's the love of fish.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, I just go. I go in advance for each week and just try to organize each week as much as I can beforehand. But yeah, that's my weekly.
Oh, these are pre-decorated.
Yeah, yeah. I go in early and I'm just like, oh, I really like the sticker. Where am I gonna put it?
Aww.
Maybe I'll just do another week. Like, yeah, maybe I'll just have a new theme for that week. So I just keep on going for it. And there's Stationery Fest.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, that's a good sticker for it.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Oh my God. Okay, you're really far ahead.
Oh, it's because I love to do it. I just love to decorate my planner and I love to look, I enjoy looking ahead.
It makes me happy. And then, yeah, I was just talking with Nico about this, about how like, it makes it seem easier also.
It does.
And it's something to keep you like on track because you have that page to look forward to, like that decorated page. Like that's just.
And if I know I love a theme, like if I pick something else up or like a sticker or like a color that I really like, I'll try to put like maybe a similar color in my fountain pen for that week. Or if I find a sticker that I know that I love or some paper that I love, I can always put it in a themed page that I already know I have.
Oh my God, what are you like done? You're done with the year?
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Like
There's still more.
Christmas already.
It's like I know I'm gonna be cold, so I just got ahead of it. But yeah.
I love that. So cute. Okay, so that's your planner.
Yeah,
what
so
else?
that's my planner, and then I have a folder for anything extra that, especially if I'm going to be like on the go, and I do that a lot, and I might get bored just sitting around. I have stickers,
So you can pre-decorate while you're just like sitting somewhere.
That's exactly right. And I also have ink swatch paper and little loose leaf stickers. I also love, and this will be for my junk journal later, but I love taking like little pieces of artwork from the store. This one Dennis did.
Oh!
So I love the little pig and the little guy just floating up. It reminds me of Dennis.
That's
So I'm gonna put this later in one of my journals. But yeah, so I like to keep those in there as well.
I feel like Dennis's artwork has worked his way into a lot of people's spreads
really
unknowingly.
has.
Unknowingly, like without him knowing and without like anyone knowing.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Exactly.
I love that.
So I have my little folder for extra loose leaf things. And then this notebook is literally my everything notebook. Like anything that I need to take notes on. If I want to start drawing, I do little things like this. I'm trying to practice using my fountain pens more. Yeah, with calligraphy. I'm also actually trying to This is a snippet from Sophie, and so
yeah, I
I
recognize
love
her
Sophie's handwriting.
Yeah.
I've been trying to master her handwriting. It's not working out, but I'm trying
I love that
so
you've
hard.
been doing that.
I've been
It's
trying
so cute.
so hard to
You're
do
so
it.
cute.
But yeah,
she
so
has great
I
handwriting.
also had her write this for
You're
me.
so funny. You're so funny.
I had her write this for me, so
You're
that
like,
look,
just
it
write-
even
just write
says
the alphabet.
Melanie has these doodle inserts, so she's
yeah. Her handwriting's so cute.
And then I also use the back to remind me what's in my fountain pen.
Oh, fun.
So I like to swatch a little bit as well.
Love that.
Yeah, but this is my
Okay.
baby, and kind of reminds me of some of the moods that I might be in that week. But that's my planner. It's my baby. I'm gonna be adding more to it throughout the year probably because I'm really loving using it. So
I
yeah,
can't wait
there'll be
to
more
see
of
at the
that.
end of the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Can't wait for the update. Okay, so next up we have one more notebook in your stack, and this is your junk journal.
Yes, this is my junk journal. She kind of came out of nowhere. When I found out I was going to be getting astrology, I was just like, oh my God, this paper is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to use it. And I was just like, oh my God, it seems a little overwhelming to get started with something new when I just got the Travelers.
Yeah.
So at first I was just like, you know what, I love this sticker. And then I put another sticker on, and then all of a sudden it just exploded. And I decided that, you know what, this just makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I can put cool artwork in here. So really it's just a matter of being able to find a place to put all of my just artwork and things that I love to do. So this is me just practicing my handwriting.
Aww.
And yeah, so this is when I first got my Traveler's notebook. I wanted to make note of it. And so I have this. At the Travelers event.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that
someone-
stamp in print in years.
Oh my gosh. It was so cool. One of the people who came to the Travelers event had this stamp with them and said, oh my gosh, I have the original Yoseka stamp. And I was like, you're kidding. Could I have a stamp of it? She's like, yeah. And she took out her own ink pad and gave it to me. So I was just,
Oh, that
I
was
was
for our
floored.
1 year anniversary.
Absolutely
of the store.
floored.
Wow,
So-
I love that.
So cool that I even have something like that. So that's
Aw.
pretty cool. I enjoyed that. And yeah, and then again, taking artwork from people who can do art and I can't. This was actually from the store.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Is it a
someone did this.
customer?
Yeah, a customer did it
so
and left it in the
beautiful.
notebook, and I thought it was so beautiful.
That
so I had
is.
to enjoy it. One of my favorite stamps that we have, of course, of the door. So I love that.
That's a good imprint of it.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
well done.
Somebody else did this for me. I think it was either Evelyn or Emma did this for me.
Yeah, it's like perfect.
Yeah, I did. I told them, I was like, I really want a nice one. Can you do it for me? And they cleaned it for me. They
You're like, let
cleaned
me
the stamp.
outsource the.
I was working at the time, so I needed to be outside.
Aw.
But here's some others. This one was done with by one of our seasonal folks who was working with us.
Okay.
So that's really cool. So she drew that of me while I was working, which is really cute.
I love that drawing.
I know.
Yeah.
She's really great.
Wow.
Yes, and I love
Okay.
pigeons, so I just thought that was hysterical. But yeah, these things are just so fun just to put extra stuff in. And yeah, this is the swatching for some of the troublemakers that I got.
Wow,
some
look at
things that I
that.
have.
That ink.
Yeah, oh God,
Lovely.
it's so beautiful. So yeah, this is what the, let me see if I can go to the page where, this was when I went to my first junk journaling event here. Or the journaling event that we had here. And yeah, these are all the cool things that I got from the evening. It was
this-
just so much fun.
Is this the junk journal themed one or the male themed
This was the
one?
male themed
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so much
Cute.
fun. But yeah, so that's what I'm using this for, really, again, more for inspiration
Yeah.
than anything else. But I do just love being able to put whatever I want in there, and it doesn't, it doesn't hold me back.
Do you use the front and the back of every page?
Not always.
Okay.
Sometimes I will, it just depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah. Okay. The histology has 365 pages, so this is a lot of junk journaling you're going to be
Yes.
doing in this book.
Yes, it is.
I'm
super
excited.
I want
Yeah.
it to be nice and chunky, so
It will
eventually
be. It will be. Okay. Well, so thank you so much, Mel. Of
course.
I want to ask you, now that you've shown us kind of your notebooks that you've been using this year, you have your Traveler's notebook that you've been using for planning, and your Histology notebook that you've been using for junk journaling. How's it been going for you? I feel like a lot of these are newer. Like maybe you've added them on since you joined the team. Do you feel yourself like getting like fatigue from too many notebooks, or do you feel like this is really good for you? Do you see yourself adding on more? What do you think?
I so enjoy using my Traveler's journal that I want to add more to it. But once I'm done with my everything journal, I've gotten an insert with the MD paper. So that's gonna show fountain pen ink so well, and I'm really excited to start using that as
Yay.
a daily journal. I do have another notebook just for personal journaling, but I don't like the fact that I can't carry it with me everywhere. I like having it close by,
Yeah.
and I don't want to carry 2 large notebooks with me. So having the inserts in my travelers makes me really happy, and I enjoy that everything's in one spot. And beforehand, I wasn't using planners at all much because I used to be in tech, and you know, you have to have everything visible and online. So it would never behoove me to take advantage of an analog version of my planner.
Yeah.
Because I would always have to redo it
Yeah.
in like G Suite or something.
Yeah.
So now that I am leaning into this and I've been so inspired by our team and by our customers, it's been so incredible to kind of go back to that creative, you know, nature that I have, and I really enjoy doing it. So yeah, I'm just more excited about finishing the everything notebook so that I can get the new MD notebook in.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as soon as I finish my actual journal notebook,
Yeah.
which is the CD Apika notebook, I love it.
Yeah.
As much as I love that paper and I wish I could continue that, it's still, I don't think it's conducive to my life now that I'm in love with the travelers. I just
Okay.
love having
I
my leather
see.
journal with me.
Okay, gotcha. I love the idea of like carrying around something that you can decorate sort of without thinking too much about
Right.
it, which is what you have with your traveler's notebook, and you keep your some stickers in there.
Absolutely.
Cause yeah, you won't necessarily be like doing like heavy journaling about your feelings. Like
Right.
if you have 20 minutes to spare, like if you get here early.
Exactly
Like
right.
you probably will be able to like just like while you're chatting with people, like decorate a spread that's like in June or July or whatever for a few months
Exactly.
ahead. And I think that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Mel. Well, thank you so much for
having
sitting
me.
with me. I can't wait to hear your update at the end of the year. Maybe you'll have moved into your other refill by then,
will.
and you'll be able to report back on how it's going. Maybe you'll have added another, like a dated planner for the following year to the stack. Who knows? Who knows what's in store? But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And up next, we have Sophie. Bye, Mel.
Bye.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Daisy.
Welcome back to another YouTube video.
Thank you.
You've been on a few videos now at this point, I feel
know.
like, right? People
Yeah.
are getting to know you as a junk journaler, a letter writer, and all around, a French horn player. So for those of you who don't know, Sophie has been on our storefront team for like coming up on a year now. Is it?
A little less than
A little
that, but
less.
I started in September, I think.
Okay, yeah.
We're getting there.
Just about, almost, right? You work a lot in the store, and you were actually in our end of year Techo Kaigi.
I was,
right?
yes.
So you were talking about how you use, like, you have like a practice journal. You explained your whole system then, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed hearing about like how you in particular use your notebooks and showed like your practice journal. I remember getting a few comments from other like musicians who have similar practice notebooks.
Yeah, there was also a girl that came into the store.
Really?
Yeah, and she was like, oh my gosh, I do the same thing.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how's it been going for you?
It's been going good. Yeah, I've definitely changed some things since
Yeah.
the last time, and I've gone through ups and downs of like using things consistently. But I think I'm liking the things that I'm using.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm excited to finish out the year with them.
Yay. Okay. So do you want to show everybody what you've been using and for what?
Sure, yeah. So this is my stack of notebooks that I've been using this year. So I have my travelers for traveling.
Travel journal.
Yes, travel journal.
How perfect.
And then I have my hours planner for just daily, weekly planning, to-do lists type of things.
Okay.
This notebook is from a European store, but I just use it as my daily journal. This is my junk journal.
We've all seen
Yes.
that one. If you want to see more about how Sophie junk journals, be sure to check out our 3 ways to junk journal video.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, and then lastly, my Hobonichi Techo for practice journal.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, I remember. Okay, so now that we know kind of what you're using in your whole system, do you want to show us a little bit inside each one?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
We can start out with my travelers. This was a new addition since the last video, but I started using it because I was going on some weekend trips and I didn't want to bring a ton of A5 notebooks along with
Yeah,
me.
I
It gets
noticed you
heavy.
have like all A5. You have like A5, a lot of hardcover, like thick notebooks in your stack.
Yes, so
So-
I started using this to consolidate, and I'm really happy with.
Oh my god, what a cute
yeah,
little
I have these
charm.
charms.
I love the tomato one.
Aren't they cute? Yeah.
Is it persimmon?
I think it's a persimmon and a rabbit.
It's a persimmon.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay. Oh.
So it's been kind of a work in progress figuring out how I want to use it, but basically I have the zipper insert to collect things for my junk journal or just like I'm going to Portugal soon actually. So I have these stickers preemptively preparing.
Oh, you got
for-
some of those.
I did,
I'm
yeah.
so jealous. Those are so
They're
good.
so cute.
Yeah.
And then I have this folder which I got recently, so I haven't exactly figured out how I'm gonna use it, but I just thought it would be handy. So here I have the blank planner insert, and I use it for when I'm out of town and I need to keep track of events, but I don't wanna bring my full planner. It's nice to I'll just date it for like just the days that I'm gone, so that I can see what I have to
I
do.
spoke to somebody else like before who does something like that for travel plans.
Really? Yeah, no, I think it's really handy because I don't need to have
Yeah.
a whole year in here. I just
Laura.
need like the week.
Yeah, yeah. Really
Yeah.
good idea.
So then my next insert is the mini trip journal. So this
I
is,
love this sticker. It's so
I know,
cute.
isn't it cute?
Yeah.
I got it in the store. So when I'm just gone for like a couple days, it's not enough that I want to use a full insert for it. And so I have kind of combined a lot. So like I went to Boston in February. So I just did like, I think it's just like 3 pages. So that's been kind of nice. I'll journal or I'll make like a collage or I'll like
So
sketch.
cute.
Yeah.
I love your handwriting.
Thank you.
Did you see Mel? Do you know about Melanie?
Yeah. Well,
She
she
has,
told me that she like
yeah.
talked about it. I was so flattered.
Oh my god, Mel! Yeah, so we just saw Mel in one of her notebooks. She keeps tucked into her notebook pieces of your handwriting, and she's like practicing daily how to emulate your handwriting. It's so cute. It's so cute.
I know, I'm really flattered.
Now we're getting it from the real Sophie herself.
And then what else do I have? And then as I said, I'm going to Portugal. So this is the half trip insert.
Yeah.
And so I did a little collage for
So
the front.
cute. Okay.
So this is gonna be my real test of whether I like this system or not.
Okay.
Because I haven't done like a bigger trip.
Right.
yet with it, but
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but okay, it makes sense to use a traveler's notebook as a traveler's
Yeah,
notebook.
it's very easy to just like stick in my bag and carry around. So.
Yeah, kind of makes me want one actually, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I get so influenced when I see this video.
I feel like so many people on the team have been influenced to get the
Everyone has
travelers.
a passport.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Okay.
Okay, so then this is the hours research planner that I've been using.
Yeah.
And I've been really loving it. I think I said in the last video that I liked these little illustrations that they have in the corners.
This planner is so cute. It's probably like top 3 cutest planners. It's so good.
Yeah, so I have a couple spreads here that I was using the monthlies, but I kind of fell off of it. So like I've never been a big monthly user, and I was
Same.
trying it out. I was like
Yeah.
trying to put in my work, and then like this is when I went to Boston and stuff, but I haven't kept up with it. I don't look at it, and I don't feel an urge to update it, so
Yeah.
I haven't been using it.
Yeah.
But I've been using the weeklies and really enjoying it. Here are a couple. Yeah, so I've been going off of the color palettes on the sides to
Yes. I love
do,
that they
like,
have that.
little decorations, which has been fun. And I feel like I'll use it more at the beginning of the week as like a reset, like what do I have planned this week? What do I need to do? And then as you can see, I kind of fall off of using it as much at the end of the week. But then I always come back at the beginning of the next week.
Okay. But you are doing a day at the beginning of the week where you're kind of like planning out your week ahead of time, essentially.
Yeah, I think it also helps because my weekends start on Monday for working here. Because I usually work the weekends, and this starts on a Monday, so it's like, okay, I'm like off of work and like,
I see.
let me just reset.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I love that it has that color palette and you use it as a guide. I think that's so perfect.
Yeah, I have another one that I did here that I really like.
How often does the color palette change in this?
It changes every week.
Oh, it changes every week. Oh, that's
It changes
fun.
with the like, I think it just takes the colors from the,
Wow, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This is so cute. What are these stickers?
I got these from one of my pen pals, I think.
Aw.
Yeah, I just thought they were so cute. The
Wow, yeah, like this washi tape is so perfect for the
I know,
palette.
I know. It's been fun to just like, it also gives me a good excuse to like actually use the stationery that I have.
Totally.
ordered.
Yeah. Wow, I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, I have to be honest and tell you that this is one of my first times seeing that somebody got this planner and is using it.
Really?
Because
Wow.
the tragic thing about this planner is this is like more than you need to know, but like because it comes from an independent artist in Taiwan, I think the production schedule takes longer. So it usually comes out in like November when everybody's already gotten their planners.
Yeah.
And it ends up being a planner that people add to their stack that they just get because it's so cute and they don't actually use it. So I've seen so many people fall into the trap with this planner. And it's not their fault. Like it's just they're a smaller artist. Their stuff comes out a little bit later. But I think it's so inspiring to see that you're actually using it and gives people an idea
I really love it.
Yay!
Thank you.
I'm happy you're using it. It's really making me so happy.
Yay.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so that's
All right.
that
So that's the
one.
weekly.
Yes.
So cute.
And then I've already showed this in the other video, but this is my junk journal.
Yes. Show it again.
let's
I'll
pull it.
look at this every day.
So
all day.
I just kind of do it sporadically when I'm feeling like it.
So cute.
And I think I jump around a lot in terms of styles, but I have a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah. I watched your video on how you junk journal, and yeah, I love that what you said was like you kind of just like hold on to stuff, and then what, like you said, when you feel like it, you kind of just put together a page. So it's not just like all of this stuff is from one day, or like it's not like, but you said some people do that, right? Yeah. And I think that your way is, for me, it sounds a little bit more approachable and accessible for people who aren't necessarily doing it every day or like want to do that every day.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah.
No, I'm definitely like get stressed about the idea of having to go everywhere and like I need to save this and this and this. So I just kind of do it when I feel like it or when I see something really cute.
Yeah.
And that's a lot less stressful for me.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, even like these swatches with the swatch tape.
This
looks
was
so good
my
together.
first gold nib training at Yoseka. And we got introduced to all the different kinds of inks.
I love that.
And I was like still really new, and so I didn't really know what Evelyn was talking about. But I was just like having fun with the inks.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. The one
Okay.
thing I would say about this that I don't like and that I didn't really think about when I started is just that I've been junk journaling on every page, and so the pages are really thick, and I'm not even halfway through, but it's added, I feel like, a
some
lot
bulk.
of thickness.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what it's gonna look like once I've gotten through more. Like, I feel like it's gonna be like this.
I can't wait to see it when you've gotten through more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the junk journal.
Yeah.
And this is, well, it sounds like the weekly and the junk journal stay at home.
Yes,
Typically,
yes, they
right?
do.
Okay. And they are kind of heavy duty.
They are.
Yeah.
I do like the A5 size, but it is hard to carry around.
Yeah, A5 is hard to resist. All
Yeah.
that space.
So then I also use this notebook. This is just like my daily journal. So I do carry this one around. It's a little worn.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking once I finish this, which I'm pretty close now, I want to kind of combine the junk journal and the daily like writing into one, and not do anything like maybe do less like heavy spreads, but like put some stuff from my throughout the day, kind of like what Nico does. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's not just like a notebook of pages full of junk journaling. It's like really integrated on each
Yeah,
page.
I would like to try that and
Yeah.
see if I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is just like it's just like plain white pages with me writing. So it's not very exciting, but I think it would be fun to have some more decorations and stuff. Yeah.
So this one you're not decorating at all.
No.
I see.
Yeah, it is literally just my like black pen.
What time of the day are you journaling?
Usually in the evenings, but also London and I sometimes journal before work together.
Together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Like
Yeah.
this journaling?
Yes.
You do this journaling with somebody else?
Yes.
Wow.
We'll like chat and journal, and we go to like a coffee shop in the area.
Wow, that's hard. Yeah. Nico's like, am I invited? She's like,
You're always
coffee,
invited.
Always at work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's your personal journaling,
Yes.
daily journal.
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes this comes with you. Sometimes it stays at home.
Yeah.
or-
Sometimes I do it on the train also.
What?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But then I
What
like
kind
get
of
stressed.
setup?
I get
Yeah.
stressed when there are people standing like next to me. I'm like,
Like, yeah,
Don't
like, are they reading what you're writing? Or like, and then like, how are you even like writing comfortably? Like,
it's a little bumpy when I do it on the train.
I can't believe you do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is it like a today I woke up like a record kind of thing, or is it like I feel grateful?
I feel like I'm trying to make it more of a record because I do enjoy looking back and seeing what I did, but I find that I do end up writing more when I'm like mad or emotional.
Sure.
Yeah, so, but
Don't
then
we
when I
all?
look back, it's just all negative. So I'm trying to like just write about like fun moments and stuff too because it's fun to look back on. But in the moment, it's not as fun to
You
write.
need that catharsis.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
No, I get it. So cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the personal daily journal.
Yeah.
And then we have the Hon, another A5 chunky lady. And she is your, what was it, practice journal?
Practice journal,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
So I've been using this. This was a completely new thing that I tried. Well, I have been practice journaling in the past, but I thought that the format of having one page per day would be really nice because my goal is obviously to practice every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually happen, but
Right.
that way I could see more in a visual way.
Right.
How much I was practicing. So this has really been working, but I've kind of fallen off of using it the past few weeks, sadly. I have
Okay.
been practicing, I promise.
Yeah.
But I haven't used it as much. But I'll show you what I've been doing because I do like the kind of setup that I have.
Yeah.
I'm just in a slump.
It's okay. Let's see.
Yeah, so I've been using, actually I was using the monthly pages in this, and I
Wow.
was using it for all of my music related things, and I also had a New Year's resolution of like going to one live music event per week. And so I would circle box off the live music event in purple so that I could see.
Wow. Okay.
But I have also
cute.
fallen off of that resolution.
I like the idea of boxing it off.
Yeah, just so I could see. So
Yeah.
this is just music related. I had like some rehearsals and I had like some friends giving concerts and stuff, so I'd write that down. So that was how I was using the monthly. And then for the weeklies, I was using, it took me a while to come up with this, but they're kind of to-do lists. So like if I want to plan things out a little bit the day before, like, oh, I really want to do this exercise or I want to make sure I hit this piece in my practice, I would write it in a to-do list. But I wouldn't do it every day. So this was definitely a more active week in terms of that. But yeah, and then
I
for
like that you're still decorated a lot.
I know.
Still want to make it
It's
cute.
kind of on and off, but yeah. And then for the dailies, this is like an example of what I would do. So I just like take notes as I'm practicing of like the exercises that I do and like how things went or whatever. So these are just like some examples.
Wow. Okay.
And I do enjoy decorating still.
Do you ever refer back to what you practice? Like, does this have that practical purpose of that?
I
or
do
is it-
sometimes.
Okay.
Like sometimes I'm like, oh, what should I do next? And I
Yeah.
look back and I'm like, oh, I did this and I was like struggling with this.
Okay.
Let me work on that again. And I also do when I have lessons, I sometimes take notes on what I did in the lesson. So then I'll look back and be like, oh, we worked on this. I want to continue working on that.
I see. Okay. Cute. Do you think you're
Yeah.
going to continue one again?
I think so. I mean, like, as you can see, like, around here, I was not doing it as much. But then, I hate, like, blank notebook pages, but that's a good incentive for me to practice.
Yeah.
I think I would do it again next year. I'm trying to decide if I would like the A6 better,
Yeah.
because it's easier to carry around.
Oh, yeah. That might be a good option. Maybe it's in
Yeah.
like a day free or something. No, but you need the motivation.
Yeah, I do like
to-
the day pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that, but
Okay.
I should.
Okay. All right. So
But I
those-
think it has worked really well, and like I'm happy that I was able to find a use for the like monthly pages and the weekly pages, because at first I was a little like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think the system I have worked out is good.
Yeah. Well, for those of you who don't know, like Sophie is not just like a hobbyist musician. She's like, would you call yourself a professional musician? You're like a professional musician, or maybe like a.
I'm getting there.
No, but you're like pursuing this as a profession,
Yeah.
right? So it's like a craft that you really have to, practice and work at, and something that you're going to devote your life to. So it makes sense for you to have a practice journal like
Yeah.
this, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I do carry this one around when I have music related stuff. I probably don't need to, but I just like having it, and
Yeah.
it is heavy. So.
Yeah, think about the A6 next year.
Or maybe the paper cover too. Mm-hmm. Not
Yeah, not the thick
hardcover.
hardcover. Yeah, but I noticed you like hardcovers.
I do like hardcovers.
You like hardcovers.
Yeah. I think I throw things in my bag and they get beat up, so I like to have a sturdier option.
No, that's valid. Yeah. Okay. Well, so thank you for showing everybody
Yeah.
your stack. It sounds like you have some changes in mind that you've already talked about. You might combine your junk journal and your personal journal into one and sort of integrate not only the pages, but integrate like the way you do it. And I think that will be interesting because that's like a
Yeah.
total method change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love to see, like, I always love to see how we influence each other and rub off on each other.
I know.
Like,
I'm
I feel
excited. I'm excited to watch everyone else's.
Like, you've gotten people into junk journaling here. I feel like, like, because you do it and you, like, show people your pages, like, it's really becoming, like, more of a thing on the team here, along with, like, just a trend in the stationery world. And
Well, I'm definitely also inspired by everyone else too. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Sophie. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And next up, we have Autumn. Bye, Sophie.
Bye.
Hi, Autumn.
Hi, Daisy.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome back.
I guess it's been a minute.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I actually see Autumn every week and sometimes more than once a week because Autumn, for those of you who don't know, Autumn is working on Stationery Fest planning and she's on the Stationery Fest planning team. She started off working on Yoseka events, but then at the beginning of the year, this year, you kind of transitioned over to Stationery Fest. And what's your title?
My title is programming lead.
Yeah.
So that means all the workshops and meetup schedules and things of that nature were things I worked on with Daisy.
Yay, and you've been doing so good.
Thank you.
We have so much fun stuff happening at Stationery Fest, so much fun stuff programmed.
So I counted recently, there's I think 91 workshops across 3 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
And around 27 to 30 instructors teaching.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm super excited. It didn't look like that when I was laying everything out. But then,
Yeah. You're so good at that. You're so good at like organizing things on many times and across days, and we're very organized.
well, my planners helped.
Yeah, okay. So you may have met Autumn if you are a fan of our Techo Kaigis at our end of year Techo Kaigi at the end of the year in 2025 when our whole team was coming on and talking about which 2026 planners they would be using for the following year and looking at the planners they've used that year. And I think a lot of people were very, very, very interested in things you had to say say about the planners, or like at that time you were actually only using a notebook. Like you're fairly new to using a planner, like a dated planner.
Not fairly new, I'm new.
Okay, you're new. You said it yourself.
Yes.
But like it's interesting because like I don't think of you as like being new to planners because you use a lot of stationery, and I guess I just think of it like if you're a notebook user, I feel like you could be a planner user, but I guess you didn't think of it that way, and not everybody thinks of it that way.
No, because to me, a journal, like a notebook and a planner are very different sort of categories of things.
Yeah.
Like a planner is supposed to help me keep an eye on how my month is going
Yeah.
or my week is scheduled. It's actually one of the reasons I decided to get a planner was to do my work notes.
Right.
And then also to visually see across my personal and my work calendar
Yeah.
where I'm spending my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I work with Autumn, and you use your planner all the time.
I love my planner.
Yeah.
I love my planner. I've
Okay.
been showing it off to everybody.
Yeah. So without further ado, will you please show everybody what you've been using this year and for what? You have a few. in your
Yeah,
stack.
so like at the end of when I was talking about what I would be using this year, it was two things. My journal, which I use as like a catch-all. So it's not just my journal, but it's like my commonplace journal and everything else. And then I was introducing the Hobonichi as my planner for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And then it grew to 4.
Okay, so what's your stack?
This is my stack.
Ta-da!
So on top here is my plotter mini. This is actually my wallet, and then I use it for on-the-go notes and things I would need as I'm having my wallet on me. So like my grocery list was in here. And then this is fairly new to my year actually. So I got the Hobonichi weeks because I started seeing a nutritionist recently at the recommendation of my PCP. And one of the things my nutritionist told me was that I should be taking logs of things I eat and how I feel about it and all of that stuff. And then so I thought Hobonichi weeks would be a good place to go.
Did you know Evelyn's also logging things she eats?
I did
into
not
a
know that.
Hobonichi week?
No, I did not know that. So I don't know how much I should go into this, but before I settled on the Hobonichi weeks, I've been scrolling for hours on Instagram to see how other people were using like their systems. And then I saw like the most like gorgeous sort of layouts for the weeks. And so that's how I decided on it. And I took screenshots of everybody's like layouts that I really liked and then stared at them to figure out what I wanted to build out for this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so that's the weeks for my food tracking.
Okay.
This is my journal, which actually is in a Hobonichi cover. So this is the same journal, Midori notebook as I was using at the end of last year. And then this is my Hobonichi planner that I started with, the A5 Hon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from 2 to 4.
2 to 4. I doubled.
No problem. No, that's a trend on this team and in this Techo Kaigi series.
So one of the plotter came about because I was influenced by people at the store.
Yeah.
Dennis.
Dennis.
I think he got 2 of us on the plotter system. It was me and London who ended up getting plotters because of Dennis. So Dennis, I blame you, but not really because I love my plotter wallet / notebook.
Yeah, we all love Dennis.
And then the Hobonichi just came about as a circumstance of figuring out how to not digitally capture my nutrition intake. Yeah.
Okay, so with that, will you be able to show us a little bit of like inside the pages of each of these?
Yeah, so let's start from the top. So like the smallest, and then we'll work our way down to the planner.
Sure.
So here's my plotter that I carry daily as my wallet. And then here I have the little zipper pouch. I got the pen loop, and I specifically got the Kaweko Lilliput for this specifically.
It fits so perfectly.
And I got, I think, the last fire blue that we had in stock. Yeah. So this is also the first pen that I've used in a while that has a fine nib. Because I needed that, considering how small this is.
Ah, okay.
And then
You couldn't do the extra fine though. That was just like.
No, I think that's just going way too.
The finest Autumn will do is a fine. You heard it here.
And it even like hurt a little.
Yeah, no, because Autumn has a lot of inks, basically. For anybody who doesn't know, she loves inks and fun color inks, so you write with mostly broads.
Yes, broads, stubs, extra broads.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
So fine, just because I tried it actually with the double broad in this notebook and it just did not work.
Like you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, so then I have the pen loop, I also have the wallet here, and then these are the two sort of like folders that I have in here. So this one I use for like just taking notes, and you can see here, this is the double broad that I was using, and then I was like, that's a little too broad for this small page.
Right.
So then I moved over to the fine that I had sort of laying around, and this is sort of random notes, and then here is where I write down my grocery list. So because I will be carrying this when I'm at the grocery store, I can check this to make sure that I'm picking up the things that I need.
That's a cute idea. Like a little to-do list right inside a little shopping list right inside your wallet.
Yeah, and I was using my iPhone Notes app for it, but I feel like this is just more, it makes me feel very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is cool. Like the plotter is so cool looking. Any excuse to take this baby out.
Yes. And then, though I discovered that I don't like having so one of the things I don't have is the band.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like how it pinches it, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then for fun, I added these little charms. This is
cute.
this Shachihara nigiri stamp, the salmon nigiri, and then here's a Smisky.
Cute.
Yeah, so that's my plotter.
Okay, plotter / wallet.
Yes. And then now my Hobonichi weeks that I started for my nutrition taking. And so this is kind of very fascinating, like just like how I started around. So this is actually the April start version. So I can only find this in Japanese.
What is this? What is that? What are those numbers?
Yeah, these numbers are all the steps I've taken this
steps?
year. Yeah. So I just wanted to see like visually on a year basis, like what that looked like. And then I also tape shut the pages that I won't need to see, because then I'm not flipping through them needlessly. And then my month.
Great idea.
Oh yeah, like look how I did this part.
Wait, I love that. Like, gosh, I would tape all my months up probably.
Yeah, because I hate like having blank pages stare at me, and this way I can just pretend it doesn't exist. And plus it like has a little fun border.
It's cute. Yeah.
And then,
such a cute idea.
In my monthly, I actually write down like today was blah blah blah. So you can see here there's a variety where today was an okay day, or today was a pretty good day, excellent day, not such a bad day.
So is this like, because this is your food log, is it like, you mean in terms of like what nutritionally, or just in general?
In general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I realized that as I was writing down my food intake, that a lot of other factors influenced the way or what I was eating. And so this I thought would be just a fun way for me to just flip back and be a little cheeky, because I'm not just saying today was a good day, today was a bad day, but using all kinds of other superlatives.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's how I use the monthly and the weeks.
Yeah.
And then here's where I started. So you can see like I'm sort of figuring out how to use this. And so
is that you figuring it out?
Yes, this is me figuring it out. What do you mean?
That's like fully in use. There's like a line graph on it.
But you can see like it's like clunky looking. You'll see when I go to the other pages. Yeah. And then I also found that like this is a great way for me to use the washi's that I keep buying and just decorate it. I thought it was so cool that the weeks actually have like the little dots that kind of help you break this into like sections, which I thought was really cool. And then I decided on this page to look at or capture the weather. This is a graph of my sleep, mood, energy, and water.
Okay.
This is my meds, and this is my skincare. Because then I was like, oh, I can do the skincare because that's part of my. So this turned out to not just be my nutrition book,
health
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, health, self-care, self-care book.
Yes, important.
You can see how it like evolves, right? You can see it gets a little
Wow,
neater.
this is so cute, Autumn.
And then I just started buying like little stamps to just put in here for decorations. But yeah, like it evolved. You see how it gets a little bit cleaner each time?
Sure. It looked really good to me on page 1.
So yeah, and then I also try to pre-do this a couple weeks.
These are taking my breath away. These are so cute.
Ahead of time. So then all I have to go in is just like then make the templates here.
Freaking cute. Okay.
Yeah, so that's my Hobonichi weeks. And then I had to hunt this down because we don't have it in stock. And I love this pencil board. I actually have 2 pencil boards for each journal or each Hobonichi.
Why is that?
One's to put on the back of the page I'm writing, and one's to also put in on a freshly written page so that it doesn't transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Almost as like a blotter, but
Exactly.
not absorbent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because I had a Tomodachi planner, I had to get that one as well. You know?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so I've been really enjoying this, like more than I thought I would. I actually look forward to writing in this one.
I can tell. It looks really good.
So that's that.
Yeah. Oh my God, those graphs, man.
Well, that's like the whole part of like me saying like I did a lot of research into like how other people were using it.
Yeah.
And so many people I saw were creating little graphs on the grid side of the weeks. And so I was like, oh, I want to do that. But then what do I want to track? And so that's what I did. Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, super inspiring.
And then the third one is my journal. This is Hobonichi cover.
Yeah, I forget the name of this artist.
I do too, but then I somehow stumbled upon it. I was like, this looks colorful. I think it would be fun to look at this. And so that's what I chose to buy for this. And this one hasn't changed really all that much.
Junaida, Kusano Masamune.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how can you be sad when you're looking at this?
Yeah.
So cool.
It's
Like,
a lot
look.
of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So the journal hasn't changed much.
Okay.
And then this time, though, I've noticed that because I introduced the planner, the Hobonichi A5, I stopped using my journal as much.
That makes sense because you're just writing so much and doing fun things in your...
Yeah, but the journal is like where I can brain dump things.
Yeah.
But then the Hobonichi planner is like where I brain dump my work stuff.
Yeah.
And then I guess that just translates to, oh, I'm writing things down, so I don't need to use my journal. So things haven't changed much. I think there are a couple things I introduced, but I wanted to show you all my my monthly ink themes for this year.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited.
So here's where I started with January. Somebody said that this looks like bridesmaids colors, and I mean, I guess he's not wrong, but still. And the color palette came around because all the pens I ended up choosing for this month was all gold pens. So I needed to choose inks that went with that. So here's
so pretty. I love all these ink colors. They go really well together.
My favorite that I wasn't sure if I was gonna love or not was the White Rabbit from Where and Gold. And I only had a sample, but I loved it so much that I bought a bottle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say this one's probably the most unique one I've ever seen.
Yeah, Kitty Ink Pot.
I have not seen a color like that. I have seen, like, these are beautiful, but I have seen colors that are similar. But yeah, I have not seen any color that looks quite like that.
I think there are a lot of really cool chroma shaders or inks just coming out of China right now, and they're one of the more popular ones. And so AliExpress is going to be your friend if you want to find those, or So-and-So from Australia.
Take notes. Ask Autumn.
And then here's February. So February, you know, like, it's Valentine's Day month, and so I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And these are all mostly inks that are based on romance books. So you can see that a lot of them are just Where and Gold in general. And so this was just fun and like more literary themed in a way that I really wanted to do. And so this was the first time that I got to do something like that in an ink selection.
They go so well together.
I think one of the things that I ended up really loving was the Wuthering Heights Wearing Gold, which is an Endless Pens exclusive.
Yeah.
It's just so pretty. And I think this was actually the month that the movie came out too. So it just made sense.
Wow,
Yeah.
how perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I love that how the Bungubok Cinderella slipper halos in certain areas. Like this is really pretty, but it also went in a pen that evaporated really quickly. So I didn't really get to enjoy this as much as I wanted to.
Oh, okay. It dried up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then so that's February. Here's March. So March, like
So pretty.
this is where you can see that I wasn't really journaling and I felt bad. So I had to make a page that looked pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, what do you mean? Like you felt bad about the empty pages or something?
I felt like I
Okay.
was abandoning my journal.
Oh, I can't tell that just from looking at it.
Well, it often sits on my desk and just stares at me.
Okay, it's like,
Saying
write
like,
in me.
yeah, exactly. And so, and then maybe I need to record you saying that and just like place it in my journal that every time I open it, it's just Daisy voice just calling from the. And so I also realized that I was not using a lot of my other stationery supplies that I have because like the Hobonichi only takes certain kinds, I think, really well. And so there are other parts that I wanted to figure out how to use or just like reintroduce myself to them, essentially, so that they're not just gathering dust.
Yeah, makes sense.
So here's March. I'm super excited this one too because March, I see it as like a transitional month. So you can see all the inks here are sort of like in flux between different colors.
Oh,
yeah. So
I
this was like a
see.
chroma shader month.
Okay.
And I think this is the first month in a very long time where I have no shimmer inks.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
No shimmer inks.
I feel like that may be true for February too.
No.
No,
February
really?
had,
Oh.
February had shimmer.
Okay.
This is technically a shimmer ink.
Oh, okay.
This.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, like this one is.
Yeah, this is a shimmer ink.
Okay.
This is a shimmer ink. This is a
Okay,
shimmer
stand
ink.
corrected. Never mind.
So no shimmer inks this time.
Okay.
And then this one I just love looking at this page. Like these are all unique colors.
Yeah.
And I think I was the most pleasantly surprised by the Lennon Toolbar Cloudy Day.
Yeah.
For pigment ink, it was so juicy in my pen. It was like, it was gushing, which I was not expecting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this color a lot.
This one's from a really cool, American ink maker from the West Coast in Washington, I believe, called the Wet Pen. And so all of his inks are named after areas in Washington State.
Okay.
And this one is, I could only find a sample because his inks sell out really fast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out the Wet Pen.
Yeah.
I like your ink.
Oh, this is when I started doing like washi sampling. I never used to do this.
yeah.
But then I think one time I blacked out a little and then bought a lot of washi, as you can see.
Oh my gosh.
And so here's like the washi samples. And a
Yeah.
lot of them, I just fell in love with BGM because foils.
Yeah, I know. Nico and I were just talking about this. The
Yeah.
foils are fun.
The foils, if it's shiny, it's gonna come home with me in some form of manner.
Okay, you need
Yeah.
to stay away from BGM because they have a lot of foils.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I can avoid it. It's just siren call.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Here's April. And so April was like interesting, like my thought process, like, okay, well, it's like maybe still winter, but not quite yet spring. So like there was like some muted colors, some inks with names that denote spring. But yeah, I think this is where I used all the Kawekos I picked up in March because the DIY event.
DIY, yeah, you got
and
a
then
lot, yeah.
and then the Lunars ones dropped at the same time
Right.
too.
Yeah.
So,
This makes
yeah.
sense for spring. It's like light greens and like a little pops of pink, you know,
Yeah.
very spring, very
So-
spring. Yeah.
I really loved the inks for this one as well. And you can see here, I'm just trying to figure out what else to do. I bought this Shachihara thing, so instead of breaking them apart, I just put it all on one page like that.
Yeah.
And I want to go see my Maybe Happy Ending. Amazing.
Yeah.
Here's what I try to do is something like ink art, I guess.
Ooh.
Underneath is actually, I was really mad this day. So I said, no amount of shimmer
Ink.
can fix this.
Oh.
Yeah, so I dumped a bunch of my like shimmer inks I haven't used.
Yeah.
And then try to make it look splotchy, but then I failed.
I think it looks really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, so this is.
How did you use Ukido?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Just, and so I was so
That's
excited
cool.
about
Yeah.
that ink pad.
Ukido is an ink repelling ink pad, so you can stamp any imprint and then it'll repel the ink that you swatch over it.
Very cool. So you should.
That's a cool use of it with the words.
Yes.
I think. It's like a message is being revealed.
But
Well, it
angry,
works.
yeah.
Yeah, an angry message.
Angry message.
Whatever message you want. An angry message, happy message, I don't know, flirty message.
Oh, a flirty message would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you should write a note or stamp a note in Yukidel ink and then make the person on the receiving end swatch it to reveal the message. You should do that.
That's a very long seduction process.
Listen, we're in the art of analog, right?
Yeah.
So, hot tip.
Yep.
So, and then here's May. So May to me felt more spring. So you can see that the colors just became more vibrant.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah,
Yes.
so my favorite, I mean, I'm a huge fan of wearing gold, if you can't tell. And the flowing leaves is actually discontinued. And I
That's
searched
beautiful.
searched
Yeah.
high and low for this. And I'm so glad I found a bottle because this ink of all inks just makes me really see the idea of flowing leaves. Like flowing leaves, like think about the way the light dapples through leaves in the sunlight. That's what
yeah.
this ink looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how passionate you are about inks. Ink colors.
I love them so much. They bring me joy. And then here is June.
Ooh, are these pigments?
No.
Oh, they look super pigmented.
But they're not. They're regular standard inks. I don't think
okay.
any of this are pigment inks.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that June's Pride Month, but this came about very surreptitiously. Like I
funny.
didn't plan that at all.
No?
It just came out.
Really?
Yeah, those were the colors I ended up choosing.
Whoa.
I actually crowdsourced this a little because I wasn't sure what else to put in it.
Yeah.
And so I actually had my friends help me pick the green, the blue, and the purple. These three I knew, but these three I didn't. So that's what I ended up choosing.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Very happy.
I'm having a lot of fun writing with it, although this one is causing me a lot of issues because it doesn't dry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
You have it in a really thick pen though. So
Because apparently I didn't know what kind of ink it was, and it went into one that has a double broad monoline nib on it. But yeah, and then this is where I started doing this funny thing where I created an AI bot that translates my life in Herzog because I saw a Herzog documentary this year and just fell in love with it and the way he speaks about the world.
Oh, wow.
So I put in what happened in my life and then he narrates it. So I wrote that down.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, see, she will go back to her aloneness now. It will be the same shape as before, mostly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Herzog, you the best. So that's my journal. And then last but not least, it's the Hobonichi that started my Techo Kaigi.
Started it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was the gateway drug.
How's she doing? I mean,
Good.
I see her all the time. When I have my Hobonichi out and Autumn has her Hobonichi out, you know, work's getting done.
Well, I hope so.
Or we're just talking about ink.
Or we're talking about washi or stickers.
Or no work's getting done.
And so this is the one that got me really deep. Because like when I got this, I was like, I don't know how to use this. So I need to figure out what to do. First things first was this cover is so pretty, I need to figure out a way to preserve it. So I forced it into this clear cover, which this fabric cover doesn't fit, by the way.
Yeah.
But I made it fit.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I did is actually I picked up these stencils to help me figure out my planner. So these are, I think, from Creative Planner
Oh, wow.
Vibes or Girl. And so you can see here that there are different stencil types that you can use to write. So this is like for the weeks. This is for your daily. And then this, I'm not sure what it's for, but I use this now for the weather tracking in my self-care book.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So I use this quite a lot just to help me pencil or mark certain areas in a specific way. So I actually bought this specifically because I got this. Yeah, so that was that. And then that's when I started going down the deep end. And then that's how I got into label stickers.
Yeah, you're super into those. You've shared those with everybody. And
I
it's
love-
infiltrated the team.
I love label stickers. I think
Yeah.
I bought a lot of them. So I don't know if I'm gonna use them all because all of them come in like,
I know you get like hundreds of them per roll.
yes. I'll figure out a way.
Yeah.
I'll figure out a way. But so I'm gonna start off with the year view because it makes me laugh because I need to have fun with it too, right?
Sure.
So yearly, I was going to start tracking my habits. You can see.
Well, you were.
Just how bad I got.
It's like you're grading yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's
No,
okay.
no,
What?
but like I think this makes me laugh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think like you really like to fill in the page with stuff, even if it's like with stuff that's like just like making yourself like laugh or
Yeah.
like, right? Yeah.
I think because this is for me, although I'm sharing it with you all now, but like this is to help me remember things, but also help me remember that I'm also just a person, a human, because I think we all need that reminder sometimes, like that things are not perfect, and that's still okay.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's my habit tracking. Not don't. Hey. Yeah, I failed. But maybe starting in July, who knows? You know, clean slate.
Yeah.
Clean slate.
Yeah.
And then you can see.
But you track so much in your weeks. Like I feel like maybe that's why, like you track your steps and stuff in there.
But steps, I used to do it in here.
So I'm saying like it's kind of migrated. Like you have to be so harsh.
No, because like these habits are different. These habits are like, you know, read.
Like walk, drink water.
Yeah, because I also realize I don't drink enough water, so I need to like.
Don't you track your water intake in
Yeah,
there?
that's one of the reasons I got better with water intake this year is because I track it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it doesn't have to go in here if it's in there, right? And you have the graph in there.
But you will see, I'll show you, like, because this is the Hobonichi Weeks is a new edition, but I had this since January.
Right, no, I know,
So
yeah.
there was an evolution to my tracking too. But a lot of the things I was tracking in the other pages, I try to translate here so I can see at a year view glance, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But that did not work.
Okay, all right, moving on.
That did not work.
It's okay.
But you can see here how like I actually started evolving my usage of the monthly.
Yeah.
I started off just tracking like certain days and holidays where I was spending my time. And this was when I was mostly working still at Yoseka Land. So I was like putting in event days in here.
Yeah.
But and then like, you know, my PTO and whatever. And then in January, it's like started getting a little different. This is actually when I started just tracking my sleep and my mood. This is where it all started.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then I think in April is when it sort of changed. So instead of tracking like events, I actually started writing one-liners of major news headlines instead.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I started writing.
That's the first one I've seen of that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's surprising.
I haven't heard of like news tracking.
I don't know. I don't know how I came to that decision. It just like made sense in my head. So I was like, okay.
I actually think I kind of love that. I mean, because it's good for when you're looking back in the future. It's like, oh my God, what a crazy time.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see here just like that this is probably going to be the format that I end up using for the rest of the year. And then
You've been doing this? You've kept up with this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See?
Wow, it's so pretty with all the ink
like,
colors.
I
There's that pen. All the letters.
We don't. You know, sometimes I make mistakes. I make mistakes, okay? And then, so that's my monthlies. And then here's how I use my weeklies. So I like block out where I'm spending my time and then fill that in with like what I'm using that time for. And then it starts out that way, but then all the design elements that you see here.
In? Oh, wow. Oh,
These are all done with, this is all done with mild liners.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's
and I
so
learned
solid.
a trick where like if you don't blot it at the end, it creates this really like those little dark marks. So
Yeah.
I actually carry around the tissue paper that I just blot. After each line,
My God.
I blot.
To prevent this?
Yes, because that makes me very angry.
Okay, but they are like very perfect. I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's how I do that.
Wow.
And then all the other elements come in after I finish up the week. So you can see here, this is where my track started. So this is where I was tracking my my water intake and my medication, and my steps are up here, which still live here, by the way, but then now it's like fully living in my self-care.
Gotcha.
Hobonichi.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought this would be a fun way to see all my washi's like in its full glory.
You do them like a full strip of them here.
Yeah, so I like do it sideways and I use a ruler to like make those neat edges.
Oh, Nico does the same thing.
And then so you can see like how it sort of, and then every time I see a movie, it gets a little
Perfect.
label
Oh,
sticker.
you're such a perfectionist. Are you a perfectionist? This is very perfect. Like, whoa. That is, how did you do that?
The ruler!
Oh my God.
The ruler!
That's crazy.
The ruler helps.
All right.
And then I was taking a leave of absence, like, so you can see here that there's like a little banner, which I was really excited to do. And then I got this specific washi because I started going on coffee walks in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, so this helps me see like visually, like
Yeah.
the different things.
So cute.
Yeah, so that's my weeks. And then
I love these big bubble letters that you do.
I did not make those bubble letters myself. They're actually the Kuretake dot markers. So I used a dot site.
Yes, you told me that last time, but then you outline them.
I do. I outlined them with the Pentel metallic glitter pens.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like, it looks like you freehand bubble and then color in, but you do the reverse.
Yes. Well, it was a very interesting sort of thought process because the pens came first. I actually bought that at our Christmas party while we were drinking and I saw glitter. So I needed to have it. And then as I was looking at it, I realized I don't use gel pens really until I bought those. And I needed to figure out a different way to do that. And then I started needing an idea of how to do headers, which is where the dot markers came in. And the dot markers also helped me with like these little dots down here.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So multi-purpose, and that's how I use them. I actually even bought a white pen to like make them look even more
Yes,
bubbly.
I remember you telling me that.
But then that did not really work out.
Didn't work out.
No,
Okay, right.
I didn't really do that because I didn't know which angle I should put the little shiny parts on. You know?
Yeah.
Too much effort.
Yeah.
And then here's like what my dailies look like. So you can see this is what I needed the dot markers for, like headers. Because there's different meetings I will take in a day and I need to visually separate them instead of like doing grids, you know? So that's what I did here.
Okay.
But then another thing I picked up because of this was Sterling Ink's monthly sticker subscription. Because I realized like I didn't want to use my sticker collection for this for one reason. It just made sense to have like a monthly theme that I would just put and then it would be set. I don't have to think about it.
Right. Because they give it all to you in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I use, and this is how I take my notes. And then other days when I don't have meetings or there are other things, you can see here, this is Pi Day.
Wow.
Yes, I hand
How
wrote.
did you do that? Wait, how did you do that?
So please don't judge me. So I counted each row and created this outline of the grid.
I didn't even realize it was the numbers of pi.
Yeah, it's the numbers of pi. What'd you think it was?
No, I was just how did you get the shape of it to be like?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I did was I counted each row to understand how many squares there were. Then I counted them out and built that into a spreadsheet so I can see it. And then I superimposed an image on top of it so I can see how I can build this in.
Oh my god. Oh my god! You're so smart. Your brain works so differently from mine. Okay.
But I had a lot of fun doing this, and I think this is about like 1,300 individual numbers that I just sat at my desk to number this, by the way. I know. I need to find better uses of my
That
time.
should be, no, that should be like a poster. I think it's amazing.
I also
Like, that should
messed
be a
up
poster or
somewhere.
something.
But yeah.
That's so cool.
So this got me started on this whole journey, and you can see here, so these are on days where there's like a national sort of thing going on.
Yeah, you showed me this one. I
Yeah,
thought it was really cool
and
too.
so this is April 25th, which is DNA Day. So this is when DNA was discovered. And then I decided to write out the DNA sequence for a serotonin intake thing. I forget the term for it, but yeah, that's what I did. I looked this up. I even tried to color code it in the,
You did
the
color
same
code
way.
it. Did you uncap your pen each time, or did you leave your pens uncapped while you were doing this?
I uncapped it each time. It took a while. But then I was like, as I was uncapping, I was like, there's gotta be a better way. So what I did was then I also put it in a spreadsheet and I color coded it. And then so I would just highlight each color, and then that's where I would count and write in that one ink and then cycle through.
Oh, so you did like all the G's?
After
or
a certain
whatever.
point, I did all the G's, then the C's and the T's and the A's, yeah.
So you wouldn't have to uncap.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
But then that proved harder because then I had to count squares on my screen. So
God, you have made more spreadsheets than I have ever.
Spreadsheets for figuring out what to do.
Spreadsheets just for your Hobonichi figuring out one page. Like, you have done more than I have ever done in my life.
This is another way I wanted to figure out how to use blank pages. Because
Yeah.
again, I didn't want to have blank pages staring at me. There's a lot of blank pages actually that I need to figure out what to do. And then you can see here that I also started just writing, this is my leave of absence. So I just wrote it in the pens that I have inked up. So this is where why my journal turned into mostly an ink journal, because I write mostly in this now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So
yeah.
So this is how I fill up some of the pages, and then this is actually how I use like the Sterling ink stuff. Like I actually pre-sticker each month when I
Sometimes
get
I do that too.
Yeah, so this makes everything just easier for me to then not think about it. So I just
Same. And then it's like a little treat when you get there. You're like,
Yeah.
ooh, I like this sticker. Or like if there's a sticker you really like coming up, you're like, I get to use that in 2 days.
And then sometimes I even sticker it in a way where I look at what meetings I have that day and I wanted to make it look nicer. So then I also use that too.
Wait, what?
I know most of what like my meetings are scheduled.
Yeah.
So depending on the day that it is, I would put certain types of stickers on it so
Oh,
that it
yeah.
will like either make me more inclined to take notes during those meetings, or I can just stare at a prettier page. Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah. So that's how I've been using my Hobonichi.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've been having a
awesome.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would say I think the A5 may be a little big for me. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You might do A6?
I might do A6 next year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I see you with an A5, Autumn.
I don't know. I don't. I'm torn. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made the decision, but I think what I'm thinking about is the A6, the cousin, and then
Then the A6 is not cousin. A6 is Techo. So the
yes.
A6, right?
Yeah, just a regular A6.
Yeah.
And then using the weekly notebook on the other end so that I still have the vertical system,
Oh, okay.
but it's in a separate notebook.
That's going to be tough with your broad pens, though.
I don't write with my broad pen nibs in the weeklies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bring
I
that my
actually
way.
bought my second gel pen for the Hobonichi, which is the, I think Laura was the one who recommended the Uniball Zento. Is that right? Zento?
Mm-hmm, the Zento.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
What do you mean?
No, because like everybody else I talk to, it's like, I have so many gel pens and I'm beginning to try out fountain pens, but you're just like, it's my second ever gel pen. That's the first I've like
Not ever, ever.
Okay.
In my adult life, when I started using fountain pens, I actually went full fountain pens.
No, I know. That's what I'm talking about. It's
And so
rare.
this is the first time that I started actually using gel pens like legitimately. Yeah.
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 I love it. Yeah.
So that's
Gel pens are great. You're still a fountain pen, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not just like the pen that I have. I think the Zento is awesome, by the way. It's not that. It's just that it's just a little too glassy, like gliding on the page, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like that because it makes me slip and then my writing looks messy.
Right.
Yeah.
You like the feedback of a
Yes.
pen. Yeah.
I like knowing that the tip like of the pen is on the paper,
right.
you know?
Yeah, you like to feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
it
that.
doesn't have to be like a sailor feedback,
No,
but I
yeah.
just like having or knowing that I have something, like I'm
Yes.
like writing.
Yes, totally. I actually totally know what you mean. Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, thank you so much for showing us your 4 notebooks, planners that you've been using. You started out with 2 at the beginning of the year. You're ending it with 4 probably. It's the middle of the year, but I feel like you're like really using everything.
yes, that's one
so-
of the things like that I try to do
Yeah.
when I buy things. I know that I buy a lot of things, but I do make a point to use them. So none of it is just like sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, really, you do. Do you have thoughts about next year other than the fact that you might downgrade to an A6? Are you gonna keep your health, your like self-care journal? You think that's good for you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that. We'll see how it wraps up this year.
Yeah.
And then based on like how my nutritionist and I are like getting along, and if I end up like really liking it, I'm not completely sold on it yet. The journal is definitely gonna stay. It's just I just need to give it more love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever think about like combining a journal and planner?
No.
No.
Because like for work, I have to take a lot of notes.
Yeah.
And what if I want to journal that day?
Right.
What page do I go to?
You would never like want to just do this. Okay.
No. My planner is my planner.
Yeah.
Like there's actually no personal like journal notes in here. Yeah. Maybe downgrading it to an A6. I think that's the only change that I might be making.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I actually started researching all the different types of planners that exist out there to see if there's another style that might fit what I need it for. And I haven't found, I don't know. I might need to design my own planner.
You should. Keep us posted.
I don't know. Maybe one night when I can't sleep, I will do that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Autumn. Thank you so much for showing us
Thank
everything
you.
you're using.
I really enjoyed doing the December one, so I really wanted to do the June one too. So
Yay! We look forward to hearing back from you at the end of this year, and hearing all about your 2027 lineup. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mid-Year Techo Kaigis for part 2 of Team Yoseka. We still have parts 3 and possibly even part 4 coming out. Be sure to check out part 1 if you missed it, and we will link all of the Techo Kaigis from past years and everything that we've done in the collection below. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss out on Mid-Year Techo Kaigi parts 3 and 4.
I also read all the comments, so thank you.
That's true, yes. I love reading the comments on the Techo Kaigis. Everybody's like, we love Autumn's system. We want
I
more
screenshot
Autumn.
all of them so
Yeah.
I can have it when I need a pick-me-up. So thank you so much for all the comments you left me.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You
really
should write
appreciate
them in
it.
the blank pages. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should do
you
that.
think-
I should do that, yeah.
Because they're like motivational.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
No, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.